Lanez chat. Shout out to Published X, and most importantly, shout out to y'all Mars fam that's tapping, you know what I'm saying? If you tapped in, you're part of the fam, just hit that subscribe button. Make sure to share the video, like, comment. You know what I'm saying? I'll be staying up late as I can to make sure I reply to all comments so y'all won't be like unheard. But this video is the real Tory Lanez versus Meg Thee Stallion story. Now, I didn't want to sound biased. I don't want to sound biased. I wasn't being biased in my other videos, but it's like I don't want to sound biased just because it's Tory Lanez or just because he's a man, whatever. But I honestly feel like how can I say? Everybody played a part that night. You feel me? And what people gotta stop being so or trying or purposely trying to be blinded to is that it wasn't just like an attack Meg day. Like it wasn't a just attack Meg day. You feel what I'm saying? I know I apologized in my last video, but I'm still gonna speak how I feel as far as like I don't feel like it was just like, yo, she was sitting, arguing happened, and then they just jumped a tag team because everybody equally has some type of bruises. So it's like I'm pretty sure, you feel me? It was some type of whatever. They was fighting, they always fighting. You feel me? I don't feel like none of them is innocent in any type of way, shape, fashion, or form. Yes, she got shot. I'm not denying that. Seeing the pictures is it's no denying that, it's no getting away from that. But it's just like my question, I'm not even on trying to bash her tip. Like it's just like, okay, since you said your back was turned, you didn't think like it could have been a chance that it was Kelsey instead of Tory, like, or I just want to know that. That's just the questions that I got. Like, how are you 100% sure if you said your back was turned? For me, I'm not trying to discredit her. I'm not trying to freaking anything for me because they found him guilty. You know, like I said, if he really did it, because I don't know, I wasn't there. If he really did it, then he got to sit down and do his time. That's him. Saying God gonna deal with him, which is what he doing right now. If he get that appeal, then I guess that's good for him. But we ain't gonna talk too much. Without further ado, we're gonna get straight into the video.
July 13, 2020 at around 4 p.m., TMZ broke a news story with the title, Tory Lanez arrested on gun charge, ends night out with Megan Thee Stallion. This headline wasn't very shocking, so initially it didn't gain much attention at all. Tory had been arrested for a concealed object, and it was later reported that Megan was in the hospital recovering from a foot injury, possibly from stepping on broken glass. The story was quickly overlooked as nobody had connected the dots yet. But 3 days later, Megan broke her silence on the situation by posting this message to her Instagram followers. The narrative that's being reported about Sunday morning's events is false. I suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me, with the intent to harm me. Now the news spread like wildfire and Tory was facing serious legal allegations. How did a warm summer night in a hot tub together turn into a situation where a gun was drawn and then fired? Where did things go wrong and how did this even happen?
I'm not gonna let y'all keep playing in my face. And I'm not gonna let this keep playing in my face either. So, since y'all so worried about it, yes, this Tory shot me.
Hey, you gonna have to face it.
Before the event, Tory and Megan had been friends for a while,
Yeah,
often seen hanging out.
I remember that.
As two respected artists in hip-hop, their friendship seemed every bit of normal, but something had changed that night. Hours before police were ever involved, they were both attending a get-together at Kylie Jenner's house in Los Angeles. A fan account had just uploaded a video on Twitter with the three of them.
Yeah, because recently I seen like a little clip, people I guess poking fun, like showing like how he had her added to the live and she was twerking for him and all that. So I guess I don't know what the joke is about that. I guess people trying to say like she benefited more from this situation than him. I don't know.
relaxing in a jacuzzi. Looking back at the footage, it appears that Megan might have already been irritated at Tory by this point. It's clear tension was building, but for unknown reasons at the time.
Tory, don't get my phone wet.
As the party came to an end in the early morning, Tory, Megan, and 2 others got into the back seat of a car together. At some point, an argument broke out and things turned physical. Tory pulled a gun out and fired shots toward the ground, yelling, "Dance, bitch." This is footage from just a few moments later. Tory is being detained on the ground while Megan struggles to walk, leaving bloody footprints behind her.
Okay, let's say he did shoot. I doubt he yelled, "Dance, bitch." I doubt it. I can't see it. That sound like a spinoff to Harlem Nights or some shit. Oh, you gonna shoot me in my pinky toe? Like that sound like some type of spinoff, son.
The entire situation caused a huge rift in the music industry. Other artists and fans felt like they had to choose sides. Some defended Tory and accused Megan of making up the story, while others stood behind Megan and demanded justice for domestic violence. But both stuck to their stories and an official investigation was started, one that would take over 2 years to resolve. But here's what we know.
Everything happened.
I mean, me when it comes with people standing behind it, that's okay, that's cool. But I feel like when it comes to people wanting to stand behind us, sometimes it be selective politicking because this is not the first time something like this happened as far as like industry people. So it's like I feel like people really just be selective politicking. Um, and if you gonna want to stand behind her, stand behind other people that it happened to in the industry, and don't just stray away from it and be like, nah, they didn't do it. I'm saying just because it's your favorite artist or whatever.
It's so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming he said, "Dance, bitch." And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God.
You get one chance, one life, and one strike. I'ma roll my dice. I'm putting this shit on us, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Shortly after the event, Tory would drop his album Daystar, which included lyrics like, "How you get shot in the foot but it doesn't hit no bones or tendons." Megan then responded by joining a campaign called Protect Black Women and dropping her own bars in a song called Shots Fired, adding onto it by posting a photo of her injured foot in an attempt to prove she wasn't lying. Tory was served a protective order that stated he was no longer allowed to speak on the case.
What I dislike, like I said before, and this is something I strongly feel, and if y'all been watching long enough, y'all know I don't really change my opinions too much. I stand on what I say, and it's not disrespectfully, it's respectfully, and we could debate about it. You don't gotta dislike the video because it's simply my opinion. You can't force me to feel the same way you feel. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not a yes man. When it comes to movements, I feel like it's just all some freaking like selective like that's where any movement that's being pushed today. I feel like it's all just some selective politicking and basically like a mix of cancel culture type shit. Like I don't feel like it's actually used for what it's supposed to be used for real, for real. Like because there's a lot of things going on, and I don't see people rushing to say protect black women when it happens. Or I don't like a lot of movements that's put in place. I don't see them being used when they really need to be used. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think about that.
Or be within 100 yards of her. Megan, of course, was still allowed to openly talk about it, and she exercised that right by reporting her story to multiple media outlets. For over a year, the case was at a standstill and no new information was coming out. That was until early 2022 when it was reported that Tory Lanez DNA was not found on the weapon. Now this is where things get crazier. Before this point, most people had taken Megan's side, and Tory was on the verge of being cancelled entirely. But after the DNA news came out, there was a shift of energy and more people started coming to his defense.
It's crazy because the whole thing about it is just like, when this whole debacle, or whatever you call it, came about, the whole time it's like she knows what happened, I know what happened, and we know that what you're saying and what the alleged things and the alleged accusations of my name is are not true.
Hey, I can admit that sometimes I get a little crazy. Sometimes let's talk like grown-ups. Sometimes I wanna be baby, and I got a couple of niggas on my team.
Once again though, Megan pulled out receipts and posted text message conversations that paints the picture that Tory was confessing in an apology. At this point, it was becoming hard to choose a side because both had reasonable stories about what went down. Tory then tweeted that his apology wasn't about what happened, but for the fact that he was sleeping with her and her best friend at the same time. While this is happening, Megan's ex-best friend,
I
who was also
mean,
present
I mean, when it comes to that situation, you slept both of them. It's gonna bring some type of strong emotions and feelings for them. So it's like, that's what I can say is his fault messing with both of them. Like, this should be a lesson. Everybody be wanting to be a player, whatever, whatever. Like, trust me, it don't always work out how you want it to, and it don't always end how you want it to end.
that night in the car added to the confusion by putting bars in a song, once again painting the picture that Megan was lying. The entire industry became divided, and even rappers like Drake and DaBaby poked fun at this situation in their music. Tory found himself in more trouble after a video of him and R&B artist August Alsina appeared on the internet that showed the two getting physical. This in no way helped his case, as he was then placed on house arrest. But more
Why people said what I reacted to a video. I think that was yesterday or something like that. It was like he hit a cocaine blunt and then chased him down basically and knocked him out.
importantly, it only proved Megan's point that he was capable of being violent. Moving into December of 2022, the trial date was officially set and about to start. Tory was claiming not guilty for 3 different felony allegations: assault with a semi-automatic weapon, carrying a loaded unregistered gun in a vehicle, and discharging it with negligence. As the trial started, Megan's team stuck with the same story. The two were at the party together, drinking, and then they left. In the car, Megan said something insulting about Tory's ability to rap, to which he became angry. She then tried to exit the vehicle after they started arguing. Tory, who was sitting in the back seat, moved to the front, rolled down the window, and yelled at her as he shot a gun at her feet, to which she later had 3 bullet fragments removed from her. Her team then stated they had multiple cell phone records of messages and calls that proves he's guilty. Tory's team, on the other hand, had an entirely different story about what went down, and it went like this.
What you're doing is creating my situation to look worse and be worse for me and my family and my child.
At some point during the party, Megan and her ex-best friend Kelsey became irritated that Tory was spending time with Kylie Jenner in the jacuzzi. Kylie then noticed that there was tension and asked Megan and Kelsey to leave. His team stated that only half the
Okay. So, with that being said, was it like Meg and Kelsey knew that he fucked with both of them, they was cool with it, but once he showed interest in somebody else, it was like nah, what you think you doing type situation?
story was being told, and that they had an eyewitness that saw Megan and Kelsey fighting before they got in the car. Once they were in the vehicle, Tory began instigating a fight between Megan and Kelsey, stating that Megan steals all the men Kelsey tries to have a relationship with, including himself.
We all know that I ain't never wanted none of your. It was really, come to find out, yo, with a nigga behind my back that I was on first. And that ain't right, because you supposed to be you supposed to be my best friend.
This turned into a heated argument, and they alleged that Kelsey then fired shots at Megan when she exited the car, also bringing up the fact that gunpowder residue was found on Kelsey. When it was Kelsey's turn to take the stand, she confirmed parts of both stories. She said that her and Megan were in fact arguing because she had a relationship with Tory in the past and wasn't aware that Megan was also now. They were asked to leave, and they did, but then they came back to the house to grab a pair of shoes they forgot. After returning, Tory then decided to go with them. Once in the car, she said everyone involved was yelling and arguing, but ultimately Tory was the one who made threats to shoot. Different variations of the story were told, but one of the main pieces of evidence that was used was a recorded conversation between Kelsey and Tory the day after the incident.
This is a free call from
Tory. Probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro.
Although Tory was once again heard apologizing, his team fought this, stating that he was just sorry for being drunk and it's not an actual confession. But the jury had already come to a decision.
A jury has found rapper Tory Lanez guilty of shooting fellow rapper Megan Thee Stallion after a 2020 house party.
An LA Superior Court jury just found Tory Lanez guilty on all 3 felony charges he was facing, including carrying a loaded unregistered firearm.
On December 23rd, they found Tory Lanez guilty on all 3 counts. He now faces a potential of 22 years or more behind bars, on top of a deportation. An argument that started over a love triangle has now cost him his career, family, and freedom.
Damn. Crazy, well. I'm just gonna wrap up that video. Once again, shout out to Public X and shout out to y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Now that after he got found guilty, a lot of information and stuff like that and pictures and all that's being released. I think they also said that Meg had a knot on her head or something like that. I don't know if that was Meg or Kelsey. Y'all let me know. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for the love and support. Love is love, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.